Good day. Welcome to News Now on TV360. I'm Thelma Okoro. Today makes it 3 years since Islamist sect Boko Haram abducted over 270 schoolgirls from a school in Chibok, Borno State, northeast Nigeria. The abductions caused global outrage. Several countries promised to help Nigeria search for the missing schoolgirls. However, till date, 195 of them are still missing. Some of them managed to escape from their abductors, while the others were rescued by security forces months after the incident. To commemorate this day, several Nigerians have taken to the streets in major cities across the country. They are, of course, calling on the Nigerian government to ensure the speedy rescue of the schoolgirls. At the forefront of this march is the Bring Back Our Girls campaign group. The group has accused the Nigerian government of being unaccountable and slow in the rescue of the Chibok girls. Meanwhile, President Muhammad Buhari has confirmed his government is in talks to release the remaining captive Chibok girls. In his message to mark the 3rd anniversary of their abduction, the president urged Nigerians not to lose hope that the girls would return safely. He assured that he would do his best to reunite the abducted girls with their families. The Edo State Governorship Tribunal has affirmed Godwin Obaseki as the elected governor of the state, delivering the judgment in the petition filed by the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Osage Ize-Iyamu. The tribunal said the petitioners failed to prove the allegations that the elections were rigged in favor of Obaseki. The tribunal was led by Justice Ahmed Badamasi. INEC declared Obaseki, who ran on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, the winner of the election after polling a total of 319,483 votes to defeat his closest opponent, Ize-Iyamu, who amassed a total of 263,173 votes. The Nigerian army has launched a security operation in the north-central and northeastern parts of the country. Codenamed Habin Kunama 2, the operation is expected to curb insecurity in that region. There has been in recent times an upsurge of armed robbery, kidnapping, civil unrest, as well as all the related security challenges in the region. The operation was announced by the Chief of Training and Operations, Major General David Amadu, in Abuja, the nation's capital.
The operation will afford the troops an opportunity to effectively checkmate the nefarious activities of the marauding criminals perpetrating criminal acts in the region and its environs. Additionally, Operation Harbin Kunama 2 is also designed to consolidate on the total defeat and rooting out of the Boko Haram terrorists from these enclaves, particularly the Sambisa forest. There is no gainsaying that Operation Harbin Kunama 2 is said to be another epoch-making exercise that will make the nation proud of the Nigerian Army's determination at sustaining the constitutional role of defending the territorial integrity of the nation, as well as its commitment to peace and security in various parts of our dear nation. In this regard, members of the public, especially the residents of Kano, Kaduna, Plateau, and Bauchi states, are enjoined not to panic, as their safety and well-being will be guaranteed.
3 police officers have been killed with 4 civilians abducted by suspected gunmen in Lagos State, southwest Nigeria. The incident comes days after 3 police officers and an army captain were killed by suspected militants in Ikorodu area of Lagos State. The Lagos State Police Command has confirmed the killings, which occurred recently. According to the police force, 4 staff of 2 telecom companies were kidnapped during the attack. The force added that it has begun investigations to ensure the safe release of those held captive and apprehend the culprits. The Nigerian army has warned the public to be wary of fraudsters who parade themselves as Nigerian army recruitment agents. The army says the warning became imperative in view of the wave of extortions from individuals eager to join the service by fraudsters. The Nigerian Army spokesman, Brigadier General Sani Usman, said about 12 people have been noted to be involved in this type of crime, out of which 3 of them have been apprehended.
Recruitment into the Nigerian Army is free of charge. So if anybody is asking you for any form of gratification, either in cash or kind, to facilitate entry into the Nigerian army, be rest assured that person is a fraudster. Please, if you hear or see such person, kindly report him or her to the nearest security agencies or agents, as the case may be. And we can rest assure you, whatever we are doing in our recruitment system, to always be open and transparent. And of course, we will let the public know through the media.
A federal high court in Lagos has ordered the forfeiture of $38 million, 23 million naira and 27,000 pounds, totaling 13 billion naira to the Nigerian government. The money suspected to be proceeds of crime were recovered by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission from a house in Ikoyi, Lagos State, southwest Nigeria. In his ruling on the case filed by the EFCC, Justice Muslim Hassan ordered that the funds be temporarily forfeited to the Nigerian government. The judge also gave till May 5, 2017 for any interested parties to show up and state why the money should not be permanently forfeited to the Nigerian government. State oil firm NNPC has announced the retirement and deployment of some of its senior officials. Group General Manager, Public Affairs Division of the NNPC, Undu Ugumadu, disclosed this, saying the action comes in line with the ongoing reforms in the corporation. Among those retired are Esther Nnamdi Ogwe, a former managing director of the firm. She's been recently linked to the $13 billion recovered by the EFCC in an apartment in Lagos. Nnamdi Ogwe has, however, since denied having anything to do with the recovered money. The World Health Organization has commended Nigeria for its response to the meningitis outbreak in some parts of the country. The country representative of the organization in Nigeria, Alemu Wandi, made the commendation in Sokoto State while visiting the Sultan of that state. The current meningitis outbreak in Nigeria has so far killed no fewer than 489 people. The British Embassy in Nigeria says it's committed to providing expertise, knowledge and understanding of intellectual properties to develop Nigeria's creative industry. Now, British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Paul Albright, recently paid a courtesy visit to the Nigerian Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed. Other areas where the British Council says it's already cooperating with Nigeria are tourism, Nigeria's cultural heritage and creative industry, among others.
We've already had a very good exchange of views on a number of very important subjects. We've talked about tourism, we've talked about the cultural heritage of this great country, we've talked about the creative industries and how the UK can help provide expertise, knowledge, understanding of intellectual property, of developing a truly profitable creative industries sector. And there are lots of areas where we are already cooperating, not least through the Memorandum of Understanding that the Honourable Minister signed with the British Council last year at the Edinburgh Festival in August last year. I was delighted to hear from the Minister that the cooperation is moving ahead very well. That the UK is providing training opportunities and opportunities to look at things like intellectual property and technical areas, in particular in the film industry. So I think that is something which we are all proud of and which, as the British High Commissioner here in Nigeria, I want to support and continue to promote. So I shall continue to do that. We talked as well about the digital switchover in Nigeria. This is moving from the TV signal, the analog signal, to the digital signal. There is a British company, In View, that is working very hard in Nigeria with the Honourable Minister and other ministries here in Nigeria, looking at ways in which, again, British expertise can help in the very important switchover from analog to digital.
The MOU we signed with British Council in Edinburgh last year started eating, fruits. In February, we had the first training of 40 festival managers in collaboration with the British Council. This is, to my knowledge, the first time that we're having this kind of cooperation between British Council and the Ministry. These festival managers, on the successful completion of the training, I'm assured would also be attached to various festivals all over the world, where they will understudy the technical, financial, and management aspect of festivals. Because we look at our culture, we look at our heritage as another, area where we can diversify the economy, harness them, and diversify the economy.
The Nigerian government has praised the country's bilateral relationship with China. Speaking while receiving the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed said the country is looking to follow China's idea of boosting the country's tourism sector. He said the cultural ties between the two countries can further be strengthened, especially in the areas of film and cinematography. The minister has also requested for the screening of Nigerian movies in China.
Corruption not in my country.
How work?
Oh, correct, Oga.
What is it that you are doing?
Oga, they command the part now. Make we go sell for.
Oga, na correct kuza be this so. Oga Titus and him boys them. They do am. They will command the original parts, sell them, make plenty kusa.
No wonder our customers bring the generator back to our workshop because they bad. And not because of stuff.
Now because they overuse the generator. Plus say NEPA no they give them electricity.
Before I open my eye, Makachuku look at my talk in the heaven. Replace this original generator parts back inside this generator of my customer. In short, before una do am, frog jump. One, frog jump. 1, 2, 1. Stealing of generator parts or changing of original parts to a fake one. That is the corruption. Not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. It's now time for business news with Fidelia.
Thank you, Thelma. Nigeria's inflation rate has fallen for the second month in a row. This is according to data from the country's Bureau of Statistics. According to the Statistics Office, the inflation fell from 17.26% in March 2017 from 17.78% recorded last month. This is the second time the rate is falling after a consistent rise in 15 months. However, month-on-month rate rose by 1.72% from 1.49%. The NBS said the second consecutive month of a decline in the headline rate represented the effect of stabilizing prices in already high food and non-food prices. Nigerian interbank lending rate rose sharply by around 100 percentage points as commercial lenders scrambled for cash to pay for bond purchases and cover their positions. Overnight lending rates rose to around 300% from 200% as naira liquidity dried up in the banking system and some banks were forced to borrow from the central bank. Now, the local currency was quoted at 4.10 to the dollar on the black market compared with 3.98 recorded just last week. Ibe Kachiku, Minister of Petroleum Resources, says the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, is considering extending output cuts with the collaboration of U.S. oil industry. Kachiku in an interview stated that OPEC was going to try and pump up engagement with the U.S. oil industry regarding future actions to stabilize the market. Kachiku said that there was a lot of energy around a 6-month extension, but added that there had not yet been major conversations on that topic. Oil prices were little change in modest volume during a week in which crude benchmark recouped more of March losses on increased hopes that world supply and demand were nearing balance. At the same time, the U.S. oil rig count rose to its highest level in 2 years, threatening the rebalancing of markets. The market has been oversupplied since mid-2014, prompting OPEC and non-OPEC producers to agree to cut outputs in the first 6 months of 2017. Now, OPEC meets on May 25th to consider extending the cuts beyond June 2017. That's all on business. More stories coming up. Don't go away.
Mr. John! Mr. John! What is it now?
What is it now?
Please turn down the volume of your music. It's too loud.
And how is that your business?
It is disturbing me. I can't sleep.
And the same way you are disturbing my right to good music and where I enjoy it. Eh? What's wrong with you? Is any other person complaining?
Maybe we thought that you have lost your mind. Are you having a party?
I'm just respecting you, sir. You remember I paid my husband too.
You will not understand why we are complaining because you do not care about other people except yourself. Look, the transformation we need in this country begins in this compound.
Yes, now.
From you, and I. This your selfishness is an offshoot of corruption. And corruption not in my country. Oh, you know, go to your bank. Go.
Corruption not in my country.
A U.S. military strike with a weapon known as the mother of all bombs has killed 36 ISIS militants. The bomb destroyed their base. This is according to the Afghan Defense Ministry. The most powerful non-nuclear bomb ever used by the U.S. in combat was dropped on ISIS tunnels in Nangarhar province. The ministry said no civilians were affected by the explosions. The U.S. military said the bomb was used purely on tactical grounds, the right weapon against the right target. However, a statement by ISIS denied there were any casualties in the bomb strike. 3 men working as porters for the UN World Food Programme were killed in ethnic violence in South Sudan earlier this week. They were among at least 16 civilians killed when soldiers blocked off roads in the northwestern city of Wau and militias aligned to the government went house to house killing people from minority tribes on Monday. Local media have reported a higher death toll from the violence in the region. The head coach of Sand Super Eagles, Audu Ejo, says that 16 players had started camping in preparation for the 2017 Beach Soccer World Cup in the Bahamas. Audu told newsmen in Lagos that the Badagry camp opened on April 12th, with 4 players of the invited 22 not making the camp due to various injuries. Nigeria's first appearance at the Beach Soccer World Cup was in 2006. The Sand Eagles will be returning to the tournament after a brief hiatus, failing to appear in the last 2 editions, which is the 2013 and 2015. The tournament is expected to run from April 27th to May 7th, 2017. Lionel Messi will be called to FIFA's headquarters in Zurich on May 4, 2017. FIFA is expected to appeal against a 4-game ban imposed for insulting an assistant referee in the match against Chile. The incident was not reported by the referees, and the Argentine Football Association has already filed an appeal accompanied by a letter from Messi. Messi has already missed 1 match against Bolivia on March 28. And now, if the appeal is successful, he will only be absent for the game against Uruguay. Tennis star Sharapova has criticized the International Tennis Federation (ITF) for not doing enough to make her aware that meldonium had been added to the list of banned substances last year. Meldonium was added to the World Anti-Doping Agency list of banned substances at the start of 2016, but Sharapova says she was not properly informed. She did, however, say that she had become complacent and was responsible for failing the drug test. The Russian, who has been serving a ban since last year, is expected to return to competitive action later this month. Well, that's it on News Now. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Thelma Okoro.